Hello and welcome everyone to Anfield Road TV. Yet again, another Premier League watch along as well. Hopefully it's going to be a good game. Nuno against his former Wolves side. Obviously, two of the most informed teams in the last couple of weeks, certainly. Wolves with their new manager, Pereira. He's done really well. Obviously, 2 wins, 1 draw. And certainly you'd like to see his momentum continue for the Wolves side anyway. And obviously, Forest speaks for itself in that regard. Absolutely flying. A win for Forest would obviously put them level on points with Arsenal, who are obviously in second place in the Premier League. But everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do drop a like on the video as well if you haven't already done so. Do get involved in, of course, the live comment section below as well. You're absolute legends, and hopefully, most importantly, we do get a good game of football as well. But as you can see, the schedule for this week, we've got the build-up show for the Tottenham game that will be tomorrow. And obviously the post-match reaction show as well. That'll be following a bit later on Wednesday night. But Reds, Wolves, Forest fans, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And fingers crossed we do get a very good game of football, most importantly. We'll start with obviously the home side for Wolves. Obviously you got Sarr in goal. Good to see him back. A very solid Premier League goalkeeper anyway. The young defender Lima. And then you've got Doherty, Bueno, and obviously Aiton Nuri. And then you've got Doyle, João Gomez, and Rodrigo Gomez in the midfield for Wolves. And then three very interesting attackers, to say the least. You've got Guedes, obviously Hwang Hee-chan, and obviously Stren Larsen, who obviously Stren Larsen has been in very much inspired form in recent weeks as well. No João Pedro, obviously out due to suspension as well. But let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on that in that regard. And obviously Forest, who are absolutely flying this season in that regard. Obviously Sells, one of the most informed goalkeepers in world football at this moment in time. He's been certainly absolutely amazing. Obviously the most clean sheets in the Premier League so far this year. Obviously the Forest goalkeeper, Aina as well, playing right back. Milivenkovic, obviously the former Fiorentina centre half anyway, the big Serbian. He's been absolutely amazing since he's come to the Premier League, really. We've got Morello, Williams, Nico Williams as well, Dominguez, Anderson, Alanga, Morgan Gibbs-White, of course, the captain, and Callum Hudson-Odoi, and leading the line for Forest is very much an informed Chris Wood as well. I tell you, a lot of us have got him in your fantasy football. I know certainly I have, and he's been picking up plenty of very valuable points in the Premier League for the fantasy football points. But big up there, Mark. These commentators are, as you said, if Forest win, obviously are 5 points ahead, but also will be 6 points. Yeah, it's mad, Mark, isn't it? Obviously Liverpool with games in hand anyway on the teams in and around us, which is a big point anyway. Yeah, these are coming up too. Yeah, as Callum said there, mates. The 2 games in hand are coming up anyway. Obviously, games against obviously Everton, and of course we're playing catch up anyway in the next couple of weeks as well. So obviously the Forest game that we will be playing in a couple of weeks away from home, which will be very, very difficult to say the least anyway. But yeah, as you can see there, the future match week 21 anyway on the screen. You got a couple of fixtures on the horizon, but the main thing for Liverpool, from our point of view, certainly has got to keep on ticking game after game after game after game. But certainly a game of this magnitude for both sides. Obviously, can Forest get a Champions League spot? For me personally, they can very much do so in that regard. Everyone looked at Leicester a very long time ago. And I think when Leicester were going for the league, it was almost a case in point of everyone was just writing them off after, say, for like first 5-10 weeks, and we were going, they'll drop off. And I think give it another 10 match weeks in the Premier League. I think if Forest are in the top 4, and they continue this good run of form anyway this season, I think they will get Champions League football. And it'd be phenomenal, because obviously they've already won the Champions League 2 times. And there's a certain club in the top 4 anyway that hasn't won the Champions League, but I'll take your guess on that team anyway. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs-White, I think he's been absolutely amazing since coming, obviously from obviously the side in which he did come from. Obviously Wolves as well. Obviously, that's who we come from anyway. 25, it was 30 odd million anyway. Morgan Gibbs White from Wolves, which at the time, I think everyone scoffed at that price tag, but I think certainly in terms of his development, he's gone from strength to strength really in the Premier League. As Mark said, I think Forest will win. I do think they'll have more drive to do it as well. But even still, Mark, I don't know if you've seen a lot of Wolves. I know I haven't. Obviously, certainly on Match of the Day and all that. He's done an absolutely phenomenal job, Pereira, since he's come into the Premier League. He was, as we all remember, linked with the Everton job. It was only a couple of seasons ago, prior to the appointment of Sean Dyche. A lot of Everton fans didn't want him to come into the club, but I think certainly if he keeps this Wolves side up, certainly it will be a massive achievement considering how poor they have been this season. But even still, when you analyse that squad, Wolves, you got Tom Kearney obviously on with Jamie Carragher this tonight. If you are watching Monday Night Football anyway, and even he said in terms of the XG, in terms of chances created, in terms of defensively as well, they have got a very good team from 1 to 11. But the main thing is down there you need to be scoring goals, and especially if João Pedro can come back into the squad after that suspension and very much start scoring goals, I think will be absolutely massive for them in terms of their development as well. Big up there, Mark. How does this line up with your position? Sure, you didn't start the season. Mark, that's a great shout, that lad. Not the best, lad, because not just me, Mark, and I think even you and everyone in the comment section below, it was one of them really in regards to yeah, madness to say the least. Really, I think everyone had them Forest going down. I know certainly I did have Forest going down, but that is the beauty of football. Sometimes, like you can get massively scored, but like Premier League predictions, yeah, it's madness anyway. But Mark, where did you have them? Let me guess. You probably had them outside the bottom three anyway. In that regard, let's go through a couple of the substitutions really for either sides in this game. Obviously, you've got not João Pedro. Why do I keep on saying João Pedro? Matthias Cunha. It's because we've been doing that many bloody watch-alongs. Have been doing that many graphics as well. Matthias Cunha. There we go. Obviously, the Brazilian forward. It's because we've done a watch-along last week on that one. Obviously, Kalazadic. Obviously, the Austrian forward. He's out due to a knee injury. Totti, the centre half. He's out. Bertrand Traore. He's out with a knee injury. And with Forest, you got Diallo out with an ankle injury, and Sangare, he is out with a foot injury as well. So it's doing quite well for us when you do analyse in terms of their injuries as well. I think that's going to be the main thing for Forest and even Wolves. We mentioned a couple of players that are out, but I think for every club in terms of Premier League and in terms of your aspirations in the league, you need to keep your squad fully fit, and I think that will be a massive point to that as well. Matthias Cunha, though, I keep on saying, I keep on remembering it is Matthias Cunha, not João Pedro. But obviously, because we've done the Brighton watch along 2 nights ago anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game really. If I'm being honest, should be a game with a lot of quality. I know it's Wolves, but even still, given their exploits over the last couple of weeks, really, I think they've really made their fans proud, really, especially obviously Gary O'Neill leaving a football club as well. Obviously, it's one of them. It is one of them, really, in that regard. If you haven't already done so, make sure you do drop a like on the video as well. Everyone in Absolute Legends, absolutely smash that like button, smash that subscribe button as well, especially when YouTube doesn't push out your notifications. I bet no one even knows that we're live tonight. Anyway, but it doesn't matter. I enjoy doing the shows anyway, and yeah, commentate. Even if there is one Forest or Wolves fan in here, we'll absolutely smash it. Big up there, Callum. Everton should get Moyes back, and that's an interesting shout, that Callum. Do you anticipate him to go to back to Everton, Callum? I think the Monday Night Football they were speaking about that tonight in terms of the goals from open play, and Everton are absolutely flying at the bottom. I think they've only registered 26 goals from open play, which is ridiculous. And I think the closest team to them was obviously West Ham on the graphic as well, and they were like a good 10, 15 goals ahead of him as well. So obviously, it looks like West Ham might be changing their manager as well. Um, Obviously, it looks like he will be Graham Potter potentially for West Ham, which will be absolutely massive. I think that will be the type of manager really that they need to come into the football club and very much start getting them performances and getting results over the line as well. So I think he'll be a good appointment. Do I think Everton will get rid of Dyche this season? No, really, because even if they are in a relegation battle this season, it's going to be extremely difficult to see him going, because if he's one of the best managers in terms of keeping teams in the division, especially you look at the playing staff really, and not that they're a lot of quality really, so it's going to be one of them really. But obviously Forest got one of the best defensive records in the Premier League this season as well. I think that's exactly why they are up there in the top four. They're an extremely difficult outfit to get past. Obviously, we found out that in the Premier League a couple of months ago anyway, and we will find, hopefully not that out. They're much better away from home, as Kev alluded to this afternoon. This Forest side, but obviously at home, you've still got a decentish record to say the least anyway. One of the best in division, really. But yeah, Callum, let us know your thoughts on that as Mark and chat. Do you anticipate Everton to keep hold of David Moyes, to bring in David Moyes anyway as their manager? But I think it will be kind of a bit of a risk, really, to say the least anyway. Mark, score prediction for me, mate. It's I'm gonna go over Wolves win, mate, if I'm being honest. Which is a bit mad considering how well Forest have been playing this season, but I'm gonna go with I expect quite a fair couple of goals. So yeah, I go I go 3-2 Wolves. It's gonna be a very tight game. I think both teams. It's gonna be won by at least one goal anyway, because we know the quality. But I think I've been really impressed with what I've seen in terms of Wolves. Chat Pereira. I know Everton fans didn't want him at the football club, but a couple of years back anyway. But I think he's a very talented manager, and he speaks really well, articulated himself really well in terms of his first interview, in terms of tonight. Clear identity in terms of how he wants his team to play as well, in terms of his football and philosophy. Doesn't really overcomplicate it. But both top managers, but certainly Nuno Spirito Santo as well. Yet again, another Tottenham manager that was sacked. And not really given the opportunity at their football club. Just goes to show the great job in which he's doing at Forest, and obviously certainly he wasn't backed at Tottenham. He wasn't given a lot of money, really, to say the least. But even still, you look at the structure that Nuno's built at this Forest side, and certainly Forest have spent money, but I think if they do get a top four finish, I think their owner has recently just writ off quite a fair chunk of their debt as well, which is massive for them as a football club. And obviously with the Champions League revenue, if they do get in this year, it will be absolutely massive in terms of their recruitment drive as well, going into obviously next season as well. So, and I think I do think Forest will potentially sign quite a fair couple of players in the January transfer window. It's just massively dependent in terms of moving those players out in the opposite direction, really. But big up there, Connor lad. Chris Wood hat-trick tonight. Yeah, it's how old is Chris Wood now? I think he's like 22. Not 22. I think Forest fans would be buzzing if he was. I think he's like 33, 34, is he, Chris Wood? Apologies if I've made him a bit older than he actually is, but he's a solid forward. For me, when I seen that transfer from Newcastle to Forest, I was like, really? But in terms of their style of play and how they want to play, he's certainly performing extremely well this season, Chris Wood, to say the least anyway. And I think if you can keep him fit, it will be massive, really, to say. But chat, if you haven't already done so, do drop a like on the video, everyone. There's 8 of you in here, only 5 likes. If you can get those likes up, you're absolute legends. It'll be very much appreciated. But yeah, credit to Forest is from Zane. Credit to Forest for what they've come from where they've come from, but we're all Wolves tonight. 100% there, Zane. Zane, what's your score prediction on the game, mate? I've gone with it a Wolves win. I know obviously certain neutrals might be looking at that and going, "What? Are you mad?" But I think really the last couple of weeks, I think they are the real deal, and I think the concerning thing for Everton and teams in and around the bottom as well. Hence why I do think obviously those rumours tonight coming out of potentially West Ham appointing Graham Potter will be massive in terms of keeping them in the league, because a lot of clubs will be looking over the shoulder really in terms of obviously staying in the Premier League, and Everton. Um, Zane's gone with a 2-2 tonight. Yeah, I think there will be a lot of quality tonight. I expect a lot of goals. Q a 0-0 tonight, but it's one of them. But make sure you do head over to the Cop Council as well, everyone. If you haven't already done so as well, obviously that's Connor's channel. Obviously, you want to keep up to date. It's another Liverpool channel anyway. Here, there, but yeah, Connor will be obviously on the channel. You know who Connor is anyway. But Connor, nice one, laugh for tuning in, much appreciated. And yeah, chat. If you want to sync up your commentary, if you are watching a game tonight, as we always say in the watch longs over the last couple of years, just sync up the timer really, and you know the score on the watch longs. Obviously, we'll be live on Anfield Index on Wednesday night as well. Mark, can you drop the channel the channel link on YouTube for Anfield Index, mate? Much appreciated. So if you want to just get involved in a lot more great content of Liverpool, certainly head over to Anfield Index. Not just the watch-alongs, but certainly a lot of great LFC content. Obviously, if you want to subscribe to Anfield Index Pro version, that is obviously £3.33 a month as well. I tell you, there's some amazing insights from absolutely everyone in Anfield Index from around the globe as well. The amazing growing Liverpool community, not just on Anfield Index, but certainly on my channel as well. Absolute legends, much appreciated. And yeah, what a season. And I know it was disappointing last night, chat. I know we spoke about that this morning, really. But I'm hoping Trent does just sign that contract, gets his head down and works really hard, continues to do what he's been doing really well over the last couple of seasons as well. We are 9 minutes away from kickoff as well, chat. But in terms of obviously Liverpool's fixtures, obviously we got Tottenham on Wednesday, and we've got Accrington Stanley on the weekend as well. The games are coming thick and fast. It's obviously the Brentford game. Obviously the week following the Accrington Stanley game, we've got Forest on Tuesday night. It's going to be mad. That it's two back-to-back difficult away games in the space of a week. Well, in the space of 5 days, we'll be playing Forest and then Brentford back to back as well in the same week. And if we want to be doing what we want to be doing this season, certainly just got to take as many points as we possibly can. And considering obviously it's the Tottenham versus Arsenal game on match week 21. Now, as you can see from the fixtures on the side panel there, it's going to be one of them really where there's going to be a lot of points dropped. Certainly for the likes of obviously Chelsea and Arsenal along the way, but even still, I think everyone will forget Sunday night's result last night, especially if we do pick up valuable points against Forest, and of course Brentford back to back, and certainly just hoping then really the thing is, if we do our job this season, win when we need to, certainly I think that hopefully our points lead at the top will even stretch even bigger as well. Big up there, Callum. Almost red sides we are playing. Yeah, a lot of them, Callum. A lot of them, mate. And chat, as I said, if you got any show ideas or whatnot in terms of the channel, the more input that from yous, it'd be muchly appreciated. So in terms of different type of shows as well, if anyone's got any suggestions, I'll be putting a social post out after the watch along tonight. In that regards, just let us know if you want to see a bit more diversified, a bit more different content as well. I'm all ears, really, most importantly, and hopefully we'll get a Connor on a bit more regular on the channel as well, and a lot more people out there as well that do have YouTube channels, try and push their channels and hopefully grow them along the way as well, because just happy to help as much as I possibly can with everyone with their channels and all that. Did you see what Mark saying? Did you see Van Dijk said he would Mark, what wham are you chatting that? Mark, don't be putting that in the chat. Everyone to go mad. No. He's not said that, Mark. Because if he has, then the whole world football would explode, really, in terms of. I know, like, all the social media platforms would, like, go down anyway with the amount of traffic. But yeah, Callum, where's that coming from, Mark? Like, please say it's a reputable source, really, and not just Heinz Beans. Where you've got that story from, that. But yeah, you'll see a lot of stories flying off the back of last night, and I know I spoke to Kev in the morning as well this morning on our episode that we done. If you haven't seen the video we done this today, there is another video on the channel. If you want to check that out, anyway, you can do. But yeah, it's yeah, it won't derail us, hopefully not. But obviously, there was emergency meetings last season as well, of course, because Liverpool were playing absolutely abysmal, really, and hence why I think Jurgen Klopp just obviously left the football club as well. So it was just a difficult season all round. But yeah, fingers crossed. I'm hoping we do get goals as well tonight. Yeah. That's the thing, no, Callum. With every great side, you need leaders in the dressing room. I think not everyone's going to be as passive, really. And like we've just drew, and certainly the way we've been playing this season with Liverpool, you'd expect really to be getting 3 points against Manchester United. We've set the level this season. We know our level, even as a fan base. We know our level, really, of this team and the aspirations. We want to be winning the league. We want to be winning the Champions League. We want to be winning as many trophies as we possibly can. We want this team to be successful. But obviously, contracts and players coming in as well are a massive massive in terms of obviously Liverpool's development, not just this season, but in terms of going into the next couple of seasons under Arne Slot as well. So it's going to be one of them. But obviously, we are new round here. Obviously, I know we're a Liverpool channel, but we do plenty of obviously for Champions League watch-alongs as well. As long as Liverpool are not on, we'll be covering all the other English sides as well, and obviously other Premier League games throughout the season as well. Obviously, Hwang Chan, I really do like him as a forward. If I'm being honest, chat, I was very surprised that Gary O'Neill very much didn't give him a bit more of an opportunity. Very direct forward, obviously possesses quite a fair bit of pace, really, in that regard. But I'm just tuning in. Obviously, we'll quickly go through the teams, as you can see there. For Wolves, it's Sarr, Lima, Doherty, Bueno, Aiton Yuri, Doyle, João Gomez, Rodrigo Gomez, Guedes, Hwang Chan, Strand Larson as well. And for Forest tonight, the away team, you got Sells in goal. What a goalkeeper. What a season he's having. Aina as well. Milovenkovic, Murillo, Williams, Dominguez, Anderson, Elanga, Morgan Gibbs-White, the captain tonight. And of course, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Chris Wood leading the line for Wolves this evening. For Forest. Apologies, Jazz. Yeah, so hopefully we get some yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting in terms of the developments of this Forest side. How come Forest aren't playing in the red kit, chat? Oh, bit of an interesting one. I was going to say that wouldn't really clash, would it? Well, would it? No, because Wolves is just like yellow in it, their kit. Well, interesting. Obviously, they went with their apologies on the colour and on the design tonight, chat. Thought they would have played in the red kit. Clearly not. Because I was going to say, yeah, there was no chance that red and yellow don't clash. Well, fair enough. Obviously, it must be with the kit designs and everything. There's always a certain amount of allocation in regards to obviously the amount of games you do play in your in certain kits. Obviously, if you do have a third kit as a team, or your home or your away one, really. But interesting, to say the least, really. Chris Wood, favourite clubs. Oh, he scored 7 goals against Wolves. Second most for Chris Wood tonight. Obviously, Wolves. Obviously, the most goals he scored in his career in the Premier League is against West Ham, where he's got 8. Nuno Espirito Santo getting a rightfully good reception because what a job he did at Wolves. Obviously, got Wolves into Europe as well. Oh yeah, well, it just goes to show the type of caliber of manager coming into the Premier League. It's absolutely staggering, really, in terms of the quality coming in terms of managerial dugout as well, but certainly the type of players that can be attracted to the likes of Wolves and the Forests as well. Obviously, Wolves will be shooting from right to left here tonight. And we are underway here in the Premier League. Would be an absolutely massive 3 points if Wolves could get it in terms of their relegation scrap. But of course, on the other hand, Forest, who've been absolutely phenomenal this season in the Premier League, in their hunt for the European Champions League spot. Who would have thought that 12 months ago with Forest? How quick football can change. Yeah, could you imagine that, Mark? Doubt it had happened though, mate, anyway. I think they'd get rid of Amarin before that even happened anyway, but... Is there a limit to the amount of managers you can have in one season? I'm guessing there is. Morgan Gibbs-White felt that he was brought down there. Referee said nothing of it. Wolves going down the right-hand side now. Lima. Ball into the penalty area. Tell you what, not too bad of a ball in. Hwang Yi-chan getting the ball now. Just outside the edge of the penalty area. Gomez, ball in. Looking for Lima on the overlap there. So, yeah, going to have to get back into position there. The Wolves fall back. Murillo, lovely little diag there. Oh. Interesting. Very pushed quite centrally here, chat, as well. Woods and Morgan Gibbs-White, they've done that really well this season in terms of just being a very compact central side as well, going through those central channels. The Forest. Callum was saying we did sell Nico Williams. I don't think we'd even have a buyback clause on that, mate, anyway, but he's done really well. And I think it was another case with Nico. Obviously, we've had a fair bit of luck over the last couple of years in regards in terms of like promoting the youth players and giving them an opportunity in the Premier League. You look at how well Dom Solanke done in terms of leaving Liverpool, going to Bournemouth for big money, and obviously Liverpool getting a bit of money in terms of that transfer to Tottenham as well, and obviously Nico Williams leaving, Harry Wilson leaving over the last couple of seasons as well, become a bit of a regular for that Fulham side, so hopefully long may continue in terms of Liverpool's academy doing extremely well, obviously with Dom Solanke, obviously come from Chelsea's academy really. But many players have left that Chelsea academy and gone on to greater things. Probably the biggest player really in the last 10 years is obviously Musiala, which is staggering to say the least that he was in Chelsea's academy and he left. And he's doing extremely well. Morgan Gibbs-White, he's done really well there, and that's an awful ball by Gibbs-White there. Just needs a bit more of a central ball to find Elanga. Morgan Gibbs-White getting booed there Former Wolves man. But yeah. 100% there, Mark. Go. Right there, chat. I was put like a little poll there as well. Get that in there. Wolves very settled in the first opening 5 minutes of this game, as it always is the case. A bit like Liverpool United yesterday, where you're just sussing each other out in the early stages. Lima, tell you what, that's going to be some battle down that right-hand channel. Lima versus Nico Williams, both players with quite a fair bit of pace about their game, really. Doherty now. Ball into the central area. Bueno. Fair bit of space here for Wolves. Lovely ball to Guedes. Needed to find. And there's an opportunity here for Forest to counter-attack. Morgan Gibbs-White. He's got Alanga to his right. He's found him. Alanga inside the penalty area. Gibbs-White. 1-0. Tell you what a finish. And he's not celebrating fair enough against his former side. But saying that now, he's done the... he's got his fingers in his ears as the stadium rightly is booing him loads. But what a counter-attack that was by Forest. Absolutely phenomenal. Ball down the right-hand channel. Alanga waited for the exact time to pass that ball. But certainly from a Wolves perspective, far too easy to play in and get him behind there. No protection of that Wolves back line. Yeah. Tell you what, really caresses that into the bottom right corner there. Morgan Gibbs-White. Tell you what a counter-attack that was. But even still, Wolves very open. Fair enough, you want to commit, but you surely can't be allowing yourself to be that open on the counter-attack. So it's an Alanga assist, and it did take a slight deflection towards the goal, but was going to be a shot on target anyway. So a Morgan Gibbs-White goal in the early stages of this game. And as I said, coming into this game, chat, I do think there will be a fair lot of goals in this game. In terms of style of play, really, from both of them. We have no done so. Do drop a like on the stream as well. The absolute legends. Any Forest fans, any Wolves fans, you're all welcome on the channel. Murillo, long searching ball into Chris Wood. Done that really well tonight. Chris Wood in terms of the opening 8 minutes of this game. Really bringing his Forest side up the top end of the pitch. Something that we wished Darwin Núñez done for Liverpool last night, if we're being honest. When he come on. Ball forward here now. Intercepted by Wolves. Little dummy there from Guedes. Needs to do much better there. And you get what he's trying to do in terms of getting that into the path of Stren Larsen. Anderson. Lovely flick round the corner. It's going to be a throw-in down this left-hand channel. Deep into the Wolves territory. But the football they're playing so far this season, Forest, it's exceptional. Full of confidence, full of belief. But certainly when you get in and around the opposition penalty area this season, absolutely spot on, really. Should be a long searching ball from Nico Williams off this throw-in into the Wolves penalty area. Oh, he's won it there. Oh, I'll tell you what, Chris Wood with a snapshot inside the penalty area. It's a goal kick, really. I'll tell you what, I think it was the Wolves centre half, the Forest centre half, was it? Milimenkovic got the initial flick on at the front post. Fair enough, they committed the centre half on that throw-in, but it's the risk-taking that has done really well from Forest this season. Big up there, Adnan. Good to see a couple of new faces in the comment section below, mate. Yeah, they've been bad this season, mate. Over the last couple of weeks, though. In terms of the new manager coming in. Pereira, obviously 2 goals, one draw as well in the last couple of weeks. But there's certainly been an impact that was needed, really. New manager bounce and all that good stuff. Looks like a potential handball there, but the referee said play on. Doyle going forwards. Oh, it's just... Oh, it was Anderson, sorry. A former Newcastle man. See Anderson getting a big money move from Newcastle to Forest. Yeah, ball forward here now. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Tell you, Callum Hudson-Odoi, it's I think as a neutral, I think every Premier League fan is made up to see Callum Hudson-Odoi given the opportunity in the Premier League now. Obviously, he burst onto the scene at Chelsea and started really well, and then he was obviously in the wilderness, really. Obviously, he had a couple of loan spells out. I think most notably, Bayern Munich did come in for him a couple of seasons ago when he was at Chelsea. I think Chelsea rejected like a big money move as well, which was mad. But I think he's been given an opportunity at Forest. Obviously, moved to them last season. But certainly a lad with a lot of quality at the top end of the pitch. Callum Hudson-Odoi trying to find Morgan Gibbs-White there. And there's a Wolves counter-attack on here. If they can get it right. Guedes going down the left-hand channel now. Needs to pick his head up. If Lima pushes up a bit more. But certainly looks like he's been clearly instructed by his manager just to tuck in a bit more there. The Wolves right wing back. Doyle really wanting that Wolves midfield and the attackers really to move a bit more for them. Gomez off the left. Rodrigo. Lovely football here from Wolves. Rodrigo Gomez. Guedes to Doyle. Lima on the right-hand side. To clearance by Forest, but there was a bit of nervousness from Wolves in and around the Forest penalty area there. It was good initial build-up play and a couple of flicks round the corner and that, but when it got to the final ball, there was a bit too slow, really, from a Wolves perspective there. But yeah, big up there, Matthias. Evening, mate. Is this a coincidence that Liverpool has been linked with Morgan Gibbs-White today? Keen interest. Where's those rumours come from there, Matthias? So I haven't seen those links, mate, but certainly he's a top player. Whoa. Forest are being dispossessed. Hwang Hee-chan running inside the penalty area. Chan. Oh, how's he missed? Stren Larsen. What a run by Hwang Hee-chan. And now Forest are going. I tell you, both sides are losing possession here. And Wolves have won it just outside the penalty area. I tell you what, both managers will be going absolutely berserk. What a mad 60 seconds that was. But Stren Larsen needs to be putting that ball into the back of the net, really. Lovely touch. Bruno Gomez. Oh! Rodrigo Gomez, sorry. What a save by Sells there. Absolutely phenomenal touch by Gomez inside the penalty area. Lovely ball into the penalty area. Touches that. Gets away from Aine. And fortunate enough, from a Forest point of view, it's a big save by Sells, but you're being critical. Gomez needs to put that a bit further to the side there to really test the goalkeeper. Wolves cornered in here. Oh, it's dropped to Sells. Oh, what a chance again from Wolves. How is that not into the back of the net? It's very rare that happens inside the Forest penalty area. So good defensively. Defending that front post. Oh, Murillo off the line there. Great defending by the Brazilian. Would have been interesting if the flag would have went up there anyway, but even still. Doherty now down the right-hand side. What a ball to find Guedes. Can he run with this now? He's got a good 20 yards ahead of him. Oh, it's so poor by Guedes. He had options on his right, options on his left, and even in the central channel there. But even Wolves here, I tell you, that's got to be a yellow card there from Anderson. I'd be very surprised if he's escaped that. He hasn't. That's going to be a yellow card for the former Newcastle midfielder. But I tell you what, the speed and the tempo of this game, it's absolutely fantastic. Proper Premier League game here. But certainly, both teams playing with a lot of confidence in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Forest all season, but most notably Wolves. But I think in terms of Forest, that's where the weakness is for Wolves, really, from a defensive point of view. When Lima pushes up quite high down that right-hand channel, Callum Hudson-Odoi really will have the opportunity on the counter-attack. Quick short corner there from Gomez. Aiton Yuri, ball forward. Is that going to be a handball? It looks like it's going to be a handball from, I think it was Callum Hudson-Odoi. That's surely got to be getting checked. Well, from my first initial viewpoint, that should check complete. What? I tell you what, they've got away with one there, Forest, if I'm being honest. Let's have a little look at this. Oh, it's off his shoulder, yeah. A separate angle on that. That's an absolutely fantastic call by the VAR. From the first initial angle, from straight away, it looked like Callum Hudson-Odoi had moved his body into an unnatural position. But yeah. I was trying to say, yeah, Strand Larsen would have been onside. Don't know what the commentators are on about there, mate. But I'll tell you what a start. 17 minutes into this game. But yeah, big up there, football. Like it or not, I like it, mate. I'm made up. Big up there, football. Good to see it in the comments, mate. Obviously, I want to see a bit more of a competitive nature. I don't dislike that Forest didn't. Certainly not me, mate. But it's great to see someone new in the top four. Certainly taking points off Liverpool already this season. Football, I'm guessing you're a Forest fan, mate, aren't you? Welcome to the channel, bud. But yeah, it's a breath of fresh air seeing Forest where they are this season. And I, for one, hopefully they do stay in the top four come now the end of May. Forest, free kick here from Murillo. Especially if it comes at the expense of Manchester City miss out on top four or the Manchester United. If City keep on performing as they have done over the last 10 match weeks. But Aine, what a fullback he's been, certainly. Chat, what a fullback. His form this season. Milivojevic inside the penalty area from this throw-in down the right-hand side. Clearance by Wolves. Aine. Wolves need to press out here, really. Ball into Morgan Gibbs-White. That's going to be a corner for Forest. His flags up. So I say that's got to be tight, that really. Big up there, you never walk alone, mate. Yeah, Morgan Gibbs White. Chat, I think there's quite a couple of shouts there really tonight, isn't there? How old is Morgan Gibbs White, chat? I was gonna say. Let's see. He's got a lot of potential, but he's certainly got a lot about his game, really, when he gets into the final third. Oh, what a ball to Stren Larsen! What an opportunity, and what he's fluffed his lines there, Stren Larsen. What a ball by Lima down that right-hand channel. Oh, I'd expect him to at least divert that, or at least have a better touch there. Stren Larsen got his feet stuck there. What an opportunity that was for Wolves. But certainly, Callum Hudson-Odoi going down this left-hand side now. He's found Chris Wood. Elanga. Ooh. Shot over the bar. Unlucky there. But, big up there, Matthias. Sorry, mate, I didn't see that comment. Obviously, everyone's smashing the comments tonight. Much appreciated. As Matthias has said there, can anyone explain to me how Nuno Espirito Santo has managed to change this Forest team to this level? It's totally baffled with the job that's being done. Matthias, I'll pose that back to you, mate. It's a great question there. Was any Forest fans, let us know your thoughts in terms of... But I think it's mainly from a defensive point of view, though, with Nuno, Matthias. It's the added saying, really, if you keep clean sheets in football, you've always got every chance of winning games of football. But from a defensive point of view, there's such a very compact side, very well-disciplined as well, Forest. But I'd say defensively just become a lot more difficult to break down. I'm appealing for another handball there from Einet. Won't be handball, that. His hand was in a natural position. Tell you what, Nuno nearly got taken out there on the touchline there. But yeah, really, Matthias, I'll pose that back to you, mate. It'll be interesting what you think, mate. But I think it's just defensively become a bit more, well, especially when we played them, Forest. Certainly, they have been the best team that we've come up against, really, this season. Everyone might go, oh, they come to Anfield and defended, but even still, no team that comes to Anfield certainly doesn't need to just open up at the back, really. Big up there, LFC. I'll say hello, mate. I'm here for asking on the... Yeah, LFC, just go on the, obviously, the me reaction this morning, mate. Obviously, LFC. Obviously, there's a video already on the channel, mate. But it was disappointing, to say the least, mate. But fair enough. United come and giving a little bit of a go, but I think it was disappointing from our point of view. A real lack of fight, a real lack of desire, which is something that we can't really say for Liverpool, especially over this season. Very unlike us, but even still, just really didn't take our chances as well. And I think when you don't take your chances, for any sides, whether you're Wolves, whether you're Forest, whether you're Liverpool, or even United, you really leave yourself with a difficult outcome in terms of getting all 3 points from a game. But we go again. There will be bumps along the road this season, as we said already on the channel this season for Liverpool. It's important that we don't lose our heads and just focus really on what the task in hand in terms of what we want to do this season. Just try and focus at one game at a time. But yeah, LFC, what was your thoughts on the game, mate, most importantly? I'm guessing you weren't happy, like a lot of us, really, mate. Oh, Mark, is Morgan Gibbs White only 24? Oh, sound, yeah. In terms of, like, the profile, in terms of the transfers for Liverpool, is that going to be a corner? Oh, tell you what. It's going to be a throw-in deep down this right-hand side for Forest. But I'll tell you what, for 23 minutes into this game, it's been an absolutely phenomenal start from both teams. But yeah. But yeah, as You Never Walk Alone said, they'd love to sign Morgan Gibbs White. I think a lot of yous would, chat. Mark said, yeah, but Zubimendi is unsure about playing for us. I wouldn't want him as well. Long searching ball there by Aine. Cleared by Wolves. Need to clear the lines. It's a long searching punt up the pitch, really. But yeah, I think the main thing, Mark, is Liverpool in terms of the January window. If there's an opportunity to not get the second. Oh, what an opportunity here for Wolves. It was sloppy by Forest. Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, he's hit the backboard there, really. Really lost his footing there. Just slipped at the vital moments. But Murillo, unlike the Brazilian centre-half, has been so solid for Forest this season. Losing the ball on the edge of the penalty area could have been extremely dangerous, that. But thankfully for Forest, Hwang Hee-chan dragged his shot very wide there. But yeah, main thing is, in the January window, if our second choice target below Zubimendi is available, go out there and replace him. Especially we do kind of move on Endo in this window. I think if there's an opportunity to bring in Liverpool's second target below Zubimendi, go and do it. Especially if that lad doesn't want to join again. Oh, I can't be dealing with all those rumours again. Being honest, that was a whirlwind of good for the YouTube algorithm or social media algorithm. You just put Zubimendi in your title and your video will go woo. Alanga, ball into the penalty area. Anderson, what a block by Doyle. Alanga, Morgan Gibbs-White, he's absolutely everywhere here tonight. Very strong player. Strong Larson, he's done really well there. As Wolves looking for the counter-attack. Lima, Guedes is looking for that ball down the right-hand channel. He's found him. Again, ball in. Only Stren Larson was in the penalty area there. Really committed. A fair chunk of bodies going forward there, Wolves. Certainly not in the vital areas in and around the penalty area. Ball needs to be better there, really. Low-driven cross there from Lima. Apologies there, chat. But there we go, Matthias. As Matthias said everything's changed. Zubimendi, amongst other things, promised a new contract for his loyalty last summer, but that never happened as well. Yeah, it's mad, mate. It's absolutely madness. But of course, at this stage, contracts are everything we talk about. Yeah, Matthias. I think for a lot of managers and a lot of fan bases as well, I think transfer windows can be very much a big distraction, really. Especially with our lads, especially with all three of them. If you don't sign contracts, obviously teams can very much speak to them in this window. Hwang Hee-chan. Ball down the left-hand side now. What a ball by Rodrigo Gomez. I tell you what, the Wolves fans are really getting on top of it now. Really sensing, trying to drag their team over the line here, get their first goal of the night. Great support by Wolves. Really loud tonight. But yeah, as Matthias said, when it's the worst day on the pitch, it's a draw. I wouldn't say you're in a good position, but you would say yesterday we won a point and we didn't lose 2 points. Yeah, 100% there, Matthias. Because you look at that one, you look at that game last night, and then you look at the Fulham game as well, when we went down to 10 men. Of course, for large spells, we dominated that Fulham game when we had 10 men. But when you look in the grand scheme of things, going down to 10 men, it could be one of those games. And it was, again, in that Wolves game where just sloppy defending again. Like, Robbo got sent off in that game where it was just so slow, lethargic. And then even the goals in which we did concede on that night against Fulham, very similar to one of the goals that we did score. We did concede against United, where the ball just trickles across the box with next to no pace on it, but it was just diverted into the bottom corner. Gibbs-White, bit of a disappointing pass there. Wolves, fair enough. I'll tell you what, Wolves have got 5 players in the attack here. Rodrigo Gomez down this left-hand side. Ball into the penalty area. Strand Larson. What a chance. What a save by Sells. My man is in tip-top form this season. He didn't know much of it, but his positional sense from the Forest goalkeeper. Just got it out. It was one of them where he just waggled his right hand. A big, strong right hand there to deny Stren Larsen. Hwang Chan. Anderson getting back there really well. But I tell you what, fair play. I know Wolves are down a goal, 1-0 down, but oh, there's a Wolves player down here, Zach Guedes. Tell you what, they're playing with down to 10 men here. Guedes looks like he might be coming off due to an injury here. Ball down the right here now. Pedro Lima, tell you, for his very first appearance in the Premier League. Lima for Wolves. Tell you what, he's got an engine on him down that right-hand side. The Wolves fullback. Well, looking at this chance now. Rodrigo Gomez, ball into the penalty area. And Stren Larsen, he's just... If you're being critical, put that in either side of the goalie again. You need to be scoring from there. Wolves fans will be absolutely fuming about that. That type of quality into the penalty area as well. You need to be putting that in the back of the net. Ball on. Sells. It was straight at Sells on the corner. Obviously, the Belgium goalkeeper dealt with it. Lima. Ball into the penalty area now. Flicked on. And it's comfortable for Sells. And there's opportunity for a counter-attack here from Forest. Half an hour in here, chat. And it's been an absolutely phenomenal start from both teams. I think from a Wolves perspective, had a couple of very great opportunities. Should have really at least converted one of them. But obviously Forest hitting, transitioning really well on that Wolves defence on a counter-attack. Ball down the left-hand channel now. Morgan Gibbs-White. Needs to get his head up here. He's found Alanga, sorry. Tell you what, another Manchester United player that's left United and really developed. Good to see him get an opportunity in this Forest side. Yeah, keep on getting your comments in as well, everyone. Geordie, lads. Tuna flying high. Currently 5 wins in a row. Geordie, yeah, he's absolutely bossing it, mate. That's the thing. There's so many informed Premier League sides this season. Eddie Howe has finally got Newcastle back up and running. I've been very critical of Howe over the last 12 months. I think the squad he's got, I think he should be getting more out of what he's got. But obviously with injuries and everything, injuries are a big thing for most teams in the Premier League, of course. Especially when you don't have a massive budget and you can't replace them. Not everyone can be like City or like a Liverpool or... certainly a City where you've got £50 million players on the bench in every position. That's not saying Liverpool have not spent money, because we have over the last couple of years. But especially with Newcastle, when he had Mike Ashley, very limited in terms of the money that he could bring. Obviously, you made money. It was just the fact that Mike Ashley wasn't spending the money, which was mad, to say the least. Because I've always said for years, Newcastle are a sleeping giant, really. The fan base, Geordie. Is that maybe handball? I think that might be handball. It'll be getting checked. But it could be a potential penalty here for Forest. Aina is appealing that the Wolves defender with an outstretched. I tell you what, that should be a penalty for Forest. It's in an unnatural position for me. Aitan Nouri. His arm is not like tight to his body. It's just being left out to dangle there. And that for me should be a penalty to Forest. So it's getting checked by VAR, and for me it should be a penalty to Forest. I tell you what, that's against the run of play, really, considering the great momentum Wolves have had over the last 10 minutes. Yeah, straight away, his arm is in an unnatural position. Check complete. Wow. They've not given the penalty. Check Chat, if you are watching along with the watch along as well tonight, let us know your thoughts on that. Have Wolves got away with one there? It's one of them. It's in the grey area. Aiton Nuri, I felt that was a penalty, chat. It's mad. Absolutely mad. If you're a Forest fan watching tonight or listening, it's a blatant penalty, that. Like, Aiton Nuri, it's not like he's transitioning, like he's on the run. He's flat-footed, Aiton Nuri, inside the penalty area. Oh, Elanga inside the penalty area. Oh, what a chance. Couldn't quite get his feet sorted there. Oh. Tell you what a game so far tonight, everyone. Nico Williams down the left-hand side. Now ball into the penalty area. Oh, what is that? It's went into the stand. What a chance. Big up there, Geordie. Good to see you, mate. Big up there, football. I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel this year. But advice, put myself there. Do you have any advice? Follow your passion, football, as I'd say, mate. Follow your passion, mate. As I say to anyone, whether that's like graphic design, football, commentary, because I love commentating, really, chat. I'm just made up to speak on football, really. Especially when we're speaking on Liverpool as well. One day I'd love to have a full-time, proper, but I've been given an amazing opportunity this season with Anfield Index that I'm very grateful in terms of doing the watch-alongs on their channel. But, yeah, as I said, football, just go for it, mate. As I said, just do what you're passionate about, I'd say to anyone. Go for it. Give it your all, really, and don't look back, really. Just go all in, really. And if you enjoy speaking about your own football team or whatnot, just go for it, mate, anyway. As I said. In terms of little advice as well, just go for it, lad. I'd say to anyone if you want to start YouTube. And, yeah, go ahead, lad. Yeah, was on here. It's always big up there, LFC. You have a May football flashback. Oh, are you on with Leo? LFC gone. I'll tell you what, Leo, the Liverpool fan. Obviously, you know who he is, but if you don't, Mark, can you put Leo's channel, Leo Goals as well, channel in the comments there? Tell you what, he's absolutely smashing it. He's a top Liverpool fan, but he's absolutely amazing at what he does. Tell you, he smashes the all the short form content and even the watch-alongs as well. I'd like to do a collab with Leo one day, but he's very busy with all his with all of his content. Hopefully, try and sort a collab out in the future. Yeah, seems like a top guy, mate, and hopefully one day, hopefully this season might maybe do a collab, but. Obviously, when you're scheduling streams and everything, you're doing shows as well. Speaking for myself, it's very busy to try and get people on as well. Especially if you are doing watch-alongs and all that. Nice one, LFC. As I said, mate, much appreciated. Speaking of another good friend that I've met on YouTube as well, it's Dave. Dave, how are we, lads? Oh, it's a poor ball by Aiton Nuri. But Dave, how are we, mate? Massive thank you. Make sure you head over to Dave LFC chats as well. Absolute legend, good mate of mine as well, Dave. I hope you had a good New Year, mate, and disappointing last night, mate, won it in terms of the match. But yeah, what nice one, LFC. Much appreciated, bud. Nah, I'm just me, lads. As I said, there's people out there that don't like me anyway, but I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And I don't think not everyone is everyone's cup of tea. Like, obviously, certainly, it's like in terms of, like, I think if everyone was the same, the world would be quite a bit boring anyway. But very, very appreciative of everyone that does tune in, and the mates and oh, what a ball down that left hand side. Forest, Morgan Gibbs White, poor delivery. Chris Wood screaming for that. That ball needs to be delivered to the far post with a bit of pace. Aina now going forward down this right-hand side. Oh, a bit of a poor ball from his perspective. Very unlike him. But I'll tell you what, from a Wolves perspective, can they get a goal just before half-time? I'll tell you what, one of the best games of the season. so far this game. I know it's only 1-0, chat. But if you're a Wolves or a Forest fan, you're probably not liking the end-to-end nature of this game. Ball forward. Strand Larsen. Guede. Hwang Hee-chan. Couldn't quite get this ball. Foot on the ball. Doyle. Oh, it's a poor ball by Doyle. Just awful ball. Both managers, from a tactical point of view, won't be very happy. It's just a possession. It'll be interesting. I think we'll check the possession at half time. I'm guessing it'll be very much 50-50, really, to say the least. Happy days there, Dave. Much. Dave, after collab soon, mate. I know you've been very busy with work and everything, mate, so we'll try and sort something this week, bud. But as we approach the 5-minute mark in terms of going into the last 5 minutes of this first half. Yeah, Wolves going forward here now. I think certainly Wolves, the way they've played so far tonight, I know they'll go down, anyone just tuning in going, obviously he's been the better side, but Wolves certainly have had the better of the chances, really. Should have at least scored at 1, if not 2 of them, really. Strand Larsen, he's been at the heart of every chance, really, for Wolves tonight. Guedes down the right-hand side. He's just ran ahead of the ball there, Lima. That's poor by the Wolves fullback. Needs to come tighter there to Guedes. Really give him an option off the ball. Callum Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side. Lima, he's not tracking the overlapping run from Anderson down the left-hand channel. So, yeah, if you Callum Hudson-Odoi, try and exploit that space down that Wolves right-hand side of their defence. Bit similar to what Man United done last night. The space. Chris Wood, ball into the penalty area. You know, what are you expecting Chris Wood there to do? Turn into Erling Haaland and overhead kick that. It's not going to happen. Considering how well he's played this season, but feeding on scraps at the minute, really, Chris Wood. In terms of goal chances, not really had a gilt-edged opportunity to capitalise on. Hwang Hee-chan, lovely ball through the middle. Strand Larsen. Ball over the top. Lovely ball by Gomez. Lima, ball into the penalty area. He was far too eager to put that ball in straight away, but Wolves have still got it. Hwang Hee-chan inside the penalty area. Gomez, lovely back heel. Oh, what a chance. I'll tell you what, Wolves are going forward here now again. João Gomez. Been very surprised by how quiet Aït-Nouri's been tonight, chat. A lot of Wolves' players gone down that right-hand side, but I think in terms of Wolves want to get a goal or try and get this win tonight, try and get Aït-Nouri more into this game from an attacking sense as well. Lima. Lovely ball to Strand Larsen. He's held that ball up really well. What am I missing here besides with that one? Nah, not there, la. Only 10 minutes away from the ground, la. But yeah, as most footballers do, Matthias, you know, they'll have plenty of it's a good investment in it for footballers. Callum Hudson-Odoi inside the penalty area. Chris Wood! Oh, what a goal! And that is 2-0. Just moments ago, we were saying Chris Wood didn't have a lot of big opportunities tonight. But Callum Hudson-Odoi, what a phenomenal run that was. And it's come down that right-hand side of the Wolves' defence, as we said. That's where the space has been tonight. But Callum Hudson-Odoi, is he onside? Yes, he's onside. McDoherty's been playing him on there, but Callum Hudson-Odoi burst into that penalty area. An excellent awareness by the winger to find Chris Wood. Is right, we got some fancy football points there. But it's a Callum Hudson-Odoi assist and a Chris Wood there. He's exactly where he's been all season. On the penalty spot. And Chris Wood scoring again. He absolutely loves a goal against Wolves. It's 12th goal of the Premier League, but fair play to Chris Wood there. Yeah, Mark, they've been sloppy there, really, mate, haven't they? But in certain possession, but that goal comes against the run of play, really. But just goes to show, we don't take your chances in the Premier League, you get punished. But fair play to Forest on the counter-attack. Been absolutely exceptional tonight. 2 big chances, 2 goals. Two minutes added on there, chat. What? Wolves' XG is the 2nd highest this season. Wow. As we said, as we got halfway through that game, how Stren Larsen hasn't capitalised on these chances. Absolutely beyond me, mate. But madness. Well, fair play to Chris Wood. Evening, Niall. Happy New Year to you, buds, as well. Nice one, lad. Hope you had a good New Year, lad. Actually, I missed anyone's comment there. But yeah, Wolves going forward need to really need to capitalise in the second half and really start taking the chances. They've had 5 shots on target, Wolves. To Forest's only 2 shots on target. As I just said there, clinical from Forest. And he was in an offside position there, Alanga. 2 minutes added on there. Jose Sa with a long searching ball. Is the one last opportunity in this first half for Wolves? No. It will be more or less bringing a conclusion to the first half. And that is half time there. And a big performance away from home. An absolutely clinical attacking game from Forest. Very similar to the game in which they did have against Liverpool in the Premier League, really, where he capitalised on that night against Liverpool at Anfield. But tell you what, that's from a defensive point of view with Wolves at 6s and 7s, really. But with Forest going forward, spot on, really. Absolutely spot on in terms of their transitional play. Certainly, I know Matthias did mention in the comments tonight, mate, why are Wolves up there? And that's exactly why, mate. They go up the other end of the pitch and they take their chances, most importantly, especially when you got a forward like Chris Wood, who, especially this season, getting his 12th goal of the season, really capitalised on the opportunities in and around the 6-yard penalty area, really. So it's going to be one of them. Make sure I haven't missed anyone's. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, 100%. Oh, fingers crossed, football. Bradley does start, of course. Mark, obviously, drop Anfield Index's link in the comments there, please, mate. Again, obviously, Reds, obviously, for regulars on the channel, if you're not aware, we are doing the Liverpool watch-alongs this season over on Anfield Index. Obviously, Mark's put the channel link in the comments there. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you head over, subscribe to Anfield Index. on all social media platforms as well. Nice one there, Mark. Obviously, for not just my watch-alongs, but certainly a lot of great LFC content from an analytical point of view as well. Analysing Liverpool from a lot of pundits as well, a lot of journalists as well. So absolute legends, and I've really enjoyed the season so far, and I'm looking forward to obviously this season as well in terms of what we're gonna do this season in regards to the mighty Reds. But hopefully we'll see us there in terms of Wednesday on Anfield Index. We will be live from 7:30 on that game as well. So the games are coming thick and fast. Yeah, should be a good one, really. So, yeah, put your notifications on that as well. Wouldn't the league be better? Certainly, Mark, I tell you. It would be, mate. But it's refreshing. I'm made up to see Forest there. Made up to see, obviously, the likes even Arsenal. They've been very disappointing this season, Arsenal. But I think in terms of Forest in the top of the league, obviously going level on points with Arsenal, which is massive. Absolutely massive. And they fully do deserve to be there in terms of their defensive play as well. But even still, they're such an intelligently well-drilled side, this Forest side, and even always going away from home on the 14th of January, as you can see from the fixture schedule, that's coming up very soon as well. So it's I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully Liverpool do the business away from home, but obviously 2 difficult away games, and then obviously the week after that we've got Lille at home. So the games are coming thick and fast, certainly. But you look at obviously the goals there from obviously Isaac. Newcastle are knocking on the Premier League table. Let's have a quick look in terms of the league standings as it stands here at the minute. So obviously Forest, with this win tonight, if they do hold on, they will go up to 3rd place, but obviously joint with Arsenal, both on 40 points. Forest are only 6 points behind Liverpool as well, and obviously a big result. If Liverpool can get that big result away from home against Forest, but even still, if Liverpool, not to try and think about it really, but if Forest did beat Liverpool, they'd only be 3 points behind. Obviously Liverpool got a game in hand. I don't really want to think about that, but I tell you, that Forest away game will be Liverpool's hardest game of the season. It already was a couple of months ago at home at Anfield. But yeah, they've done absolutely phenomenal work there this season. Obviously, they've only conceded the same amount of goals this Forest side as Liverpool, which is absolutely staggering, really. Only conceded 19 goals, but only then scoring 28. But it's getting that right balance for Forest this season that they've done really well with Nuno. I tell you what, if you could add a couple more goals to that Forest side, if you do get Champions League football this season, if you can add a couple more goals and continue that good momentum that they've showed this season into next season, I tell you, could be certainly up there again for a top 4 or certainly a title push. I know that might be mad to think about Forest, but if you continue this good development and get a couple more goals up front to help the likes of Chris Wood and the other lads, like Zerlanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi as well, you never know in football, certainly. But obviously this puts Forest 4 points ahead of Chelsea in 4th as well, and obviously Newcastle, big up there, Geordie, if you're still in the comments, mate. Obviously Newcastle, they're only a point off Chelsea in 4th, and obviously City, they're 2 points off Chelsea as well. So between 3rd and say 7th as well in the Premier League, there's not a lot separating them really. You look at Bournemouth, they're on 33 points, and they're 7th in the Premier League, so they're 3 points off a Champions League spot as well. And all those teams that we've mentioned, from Forest to obviously Bournemouth as well, everyone's played the same amount of games as well. And obviously Chelsea have got Bournemouth in the upcoming match week as well next week. So, tell you, this Premier League is going to be a very exciting season to say the least, really. When you analyse in terms of teams down there at the bottom, from what we've seen tonight, chat, from this Wolves side, I think certainly Wolves, they need to go out there and get a couple more goals into their team. Because if they do, obviously Matthias Cunha, obviously he is suspended for this game. But once they get him back, and certainly if they can start adding goals to this Wolves side, I think they'll be sound, chat. If they continue play, I think for anyone watching this game, we'll probably look at the scoreline and go, yeah, obviously Forest absolutely battered Wolves, but they haven't. Wolves have had chances tonight, and if Stren Larsen could actually put his shooting boots on tonight, really, and capitalise on the big opportunities he's had for Wolves, this game could easily be about 3-2 or whatnot. Obviously, my score prediction was 3-2. Probably would have been if the Wolves actually took their chances in the opening 45. Well, in terms of that Chris Wood goal, obviously transitioning down that left-hand side, it was a quick counter-attack, a lovely ball by Sells, really, but it's poor defending from the Wolves defender anyway. Can't be allowing Callum Hudson-Odoi. It's a great run by Hudson-Odoi, but even still, you need to stand him up really well there. A bit similar with Trent there last night. Lee met, obviously, young, inexperienced fullback in this Wolves side, caught too high up the pitch and just allowed Hudson-Odoi really that space really to drive into the penalty area really. But yeah, chat, let us know your thoughts. And obviously the game tonight. So obviously big games. Obviously we will be having a watch along tomorrow as well. We'll be having our build-up show in at 11:45 in the morning anyway tomorrow. Obviously, hopefully we'll see you there anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. Fingers crossed for obviously Arsenal and so yeah, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Geordie, are you confident in that game, mate? If you're still in the chat, any Newcastle fans or Arsenal fans? So yeah, that should be an absolutely quality game of football. That, as Matthias said there, Woodman, he really he's had a season. But a player like Milinkovic is really impressive. Yet certainly there, Matthias. Obviously, I think Milinkovic, I think he's 26, 25. But I think from a Wolves perspective, not Wolves, a Forest perspective as well, though, chat. Murillo, he's only, 21 years old? The Brazilian centre-half. So I think for Liverpool, I know Forest fans might not like it, but I think if they do get Champions League football, I know certainly it would be interesting to see if Liverpool did delve into the. I know it's difficult to judge off one season, and it's always difficult really when you do sign a player, but certainly they have showcased already both obviously Forest centre halves this season that they're fully capable of competing at the highest level really in terms of the Premier League. And yeah, Murillo, only 21 years old. It won't just be Liverpool that'll be keeping tabs on him really, but certainly could be interesting come at the end of the season if Liverpool are in the market for another centre half. Certainly, and Aina as well. He's been a breath of fresh air down that right hand side. For Forest, absolutely exceptional this season, really. But fair play to Forest. I think the biggest thing for them, if you're a Forest fan or Forest team in general, really, is just trying to very much keep the team together, really, and very much build a collective, cohesive unit, really, and just build from strength to strength, really, going into the second like the back-to-back seasons as well. But Mark is saying it will be a miracle if United can turn the season round as well. How many points are United off? We know they've had a bad season, but they're on 23 points. Oh yeah, they're 13 points behind Chelsea, who are in fourth. Yeah, there's no way United turn that round, is there, chat? We're midway through the season. Could they do it? They should really be able to do it because they've got the squad that is capable. Well, I say capable, but it's a good squad. Like, if you compare that to the squad that Forest have got, Bournemouth have got, obviously Man United, one of the biggest wages in European football as well, in terms of their squad. Could they do it? Yes, easily. But it's whether they actually do it this season in terms of their developments. But the thing is with United, and I think Amarin mentioned that last night, is you can do it against Liverpool, but why can't you do it against who have they got next? Southampton at home. You've seen Bournemouth turn up at Old Trafford and absolutely batter them. You've seen everyone turn up at Old Trafford this season and turn up and absolutely wallop them anyway all over the gaff. Even us, a couple of months ago, sadly we couldn't do it last night, which is annoying. But I think everyone kind of forgets, from non-Liverpool fans really, that we did beat this Manchester United side. So it is what it is really. But I suppose with the new manager coming in, a bit different really in that regard. Yeah, they're joined 13th as well. But I'm just made up. Like, especially obviously if Liverpool hopefully we can do the business this season. But the Premier League and even the game we've watched tonight as well, everyone. Doesn't matter if you're a Liverpool fan or you can be a Newcastle fan, a Forest fan or a Wolves fan as well. Welcome to the channel as well, everyone. I know we're a Liverpool channel, but every Premier League fan's welcome as well. But the strength within the Premier League in terms of, like, we just went through a couple of those teams in terms of where they are in the league as well, in the standings. This league is getting so much more competitive, and I'm hoping it continues, really, if I'm being honest. Because I think everyone's looking around European football, the Spanish FA and Italian leagues and Ligue 1. They don't like the Premier League having as much money as we do. I think the main thing, you will see a lot more interchange and transfers in terms of Premier League teams, because I think the main thing for Premier League clubs will be trying to keep that money in the Premier League. I think the people running the Premier League, that's what they want, really. But I think for all those other leagues in and around Europe, it's just mad. I find it mad in terms of La Liga, how it just favours the Barcelona, Real Madrid, and even Atletico Madrid. But it's absolutely madness. Did anyone check out the penalty that Real Madrid got, or the way in which the defender more or less give Real Madrid the winner in that game this week? It's madness, to say the least. But hopefully the Premier League does continue to develop, and it becomes a lot more difficult for teams, for the likes of Liverpool and obviously Manchester City, to very much get 90-point seasons. What Liverpool and City were doing over the last couple of seasons was an absolute joke in itself, with Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. Like, that was unheard of, really, in terms of just the sheer amount of points that were getting collected, and hence why Manchester City have fell off this season in what they've done. Like, even still, we say fall off, but even still, City is fully capable of getting second or third with their quality. Let's not forget, it's Manchester City, but certainly in trying to compete with the league, it's extremely difficult for City to come back now. It would require a massive collapse by Liverpool this season. But even still, you look at the quality in that Manchester City side. But yeah, made up, because I think even this season, you look at the points total. I think the data computers that everyone's been using this season, from all obviously from the Premier League and everything, it's looking at in and around a points total of like 70 to 80 odd points. But especially if the way in which Arsenal keep on dropping points, and if City start dropping points again, as they have done over the last couple of months. I know they got a result last week, but it's expected at home against West Ham, and especially when West Ham are playing the likes of Erling Haaland for the one goal with little passbacks. It's not that difficult, really. But yeah, it's such a competitive league, and certainly for the long run for the Premier League, especially Liverpool, if we're competing for titles, it'd be better if we had the other teams in and around us in the Premier League taking points off the team second and third as well. But yeah, even like a team like Brentford as well. I think obviously they're sat on 24 points with 20 games played. Obviously they are 8 points adrift at a relegation zone. But even still, a squad like Brentford, you look at Wissa, you look at very much Mwebu as well, and Buemo. Sorry, there's still quality in their side. And the players are out on the halfway line now. We are back underway for the second half here, everyone. But yeah, Wolves shooting from left to right, Forest from right to left. And that's got to be a yellow card for Doyle. Right down the Achilles. Not malicious, but not the best of tackles, really, from Doyle. Straight from the kickoff as well. Elanga was bursting through down that right-hand side. The way a team sets up as well from the kickoff as well. But yeah, big up there, Jay. Yeah, we've got two difficult games. 100% there, mate. Good to see a couple of new faces in the comments tonight, everyone. Welcome, everyone. And Jay, hope you had a good day, lad. Ball into the penalty area. What a chance. Again, Alanga with an absolutely exquisite ball into the penalty area there. Alanga. Straight down the right-hand side. Ball into the penalty area. And very unlike Chris Woods, he's not on the end of that, really. But yeah, Jay, it will be two very difficult games, mate. 100% it will be. It's going to be a corner now for Forest. Alanga into winger. Ball in. Oh, Milivinkovic nearly getting on the end of that. Tell you what, from his liking, he's a big lad as well. Certainly got up well there. Should have at least got that on target there. But yeah, Jay, you're confident going into those games, Jay and chat? Obviously, yeah, it's Forest and the Brentford games. It's going to be extremely difficult, mate. And Puemo, probably one of my favourite players in the Premier League. You know me. Long searching ball here from Forest. Joe, was he playing left centre half tonight, which is a bit of a mad one, really. Oh, it's sloppy there by Wolves, nearly. Jose Sarr, nearly. That's poor by Jose Sarr. Giving João Gomez under immense pressure there. Yeah, should be not giving that ball to the Wolves midfielder. Jose Sarr's got to have better spatial awareness in and around his penalty area there. Can't be putting... It's madness. Absolutely crazy. But Nico Williams was throwing down this left-hand side now. Nico Williams. It's going to be a throw-in for Wolves. Need a bit more better distribution there. Obviously, no changes at half-time for either side. Wolves down the right now. Oh, lovely little touch there by Doherty. Really opened up the pitch. Aiton Yuri. Ball down the left. Hwanky Chan. He's found Doyle. Speed of Wolves' game. Speed it up a bit more. Lima. Tell you what, Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's putting in an absolute shift down that left-hand side from a defensive point of view as well. It's going to be a Wolves throw-in. Ball over the top now. Guedes. Can he get a ball in here down this right? He has. Oh, tell you what. It's close to the crossbar, that. Just over, though. You've seen some of those weird crosses go in over the Premier League years, haven't you? Cross come shot. We'll see Callum Hudson-Odoi getting watched by Thomas Tuchel. Go ahead, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Certainly deserves... Oh, he made, 46 appearances under Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea. Well, it's good to see Hudson-Odoi really getting the opportunity now to play in this Forest side and show what he's all about. Does he, Mark? That's too bad. Not too bad, that, mate. Can they expand on that, Mark? I was going to say. Obviously, you look at it like Bournemouth Stadium. That's like quite a low capacity stadium, and I think they like was it 16,000, 18,000 in there. But I think Mark, obviously, would be interesting to see if Wolves could actually develop their stadium a bit more. But that's where then obviously the revenue would come in for them as well. Already spoke about the revenue streams this season in the Premier League. Ball down the left now. João Gomez down the left. Needs to get his head up a bit more. Play a bit more direct balls through the middle. Because in terms of, obviously, when you do watch Anderson, I think there's a fair bit of space down Anderson. If you can get him behind him. He's being pushed on quite high up the pitch tonight. Doherty going forward here now. An underlapping run. It's going to be a corner. Should be. Yeah, going to be a corner. It was a good little inverted run, underlapping run there from Doherty. Really getting forward. Obviously did get that move when he was to Tottenham, when Nuno was the manager. Good to see him come back to Wolves and play a bit more regular football. Ball into the penalty area, cleared by Forrest at the front post. Doyle, he's found Aït-Nouri again. Ball into the penalty area. It's an awful ball, that. Aine, he's going forward here now. There's a potential counter-attack for Forrest. If you can get it right, I'll tell you what, that is exceptional defending. Right by Rodrigo Gomez. I say that, and then he's just give away a ball, man, on the halfway line. Just that final pass missing from Wolves tonight. And even still, when you get in the penalty area, just lacking that real bit of quality in the final third. Ball down the left now. Murillo. Trying to find Elanga with a deep run there. Doyle. Bursting forward here now, the Wolves midfielder. He's found Hwang Hee-chan. Can he get on the end of that? He was just asking too much from Hwang Hee-chan, really. Very much an under-hit pass. But now Wolves going forward. Down the left-hand side here now. Hwang Hee-chan. Sven Larsson. Milinkovic. Sven Larsson's gone down there, but there was not enough of it. Guedes. Been really poor so far tonight, Guedes. When he's got into those pockets of space in and around the penalty area, for me, he needs to be a bit more clinical, really. A bit more accurate with his passes. Oh, João Gomez trying to do an impossible ball inside that Forest penalty area. And now Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's got two Wolves players ahead of him down the left. He's done really well here. He's kept hold of it. Gibbs White now just outside the penalty area. He's found Elanga. Wolves have got back into their shape now. Morgan Gibbs White. Aine down the right now. Good overlap and run. I'll tell you what, the one thing when you do watch this Forest side, chat, as we've already mentioned here, chat, they know exactly where they need to be. Every single player on the pitch. It seems like when they're transitioning as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Good interchange and passing down the left-hand flank here. Was Anderson in an offside position? Probably would have got checked anyway if Forrest do score here. Look quite tight. Give and go to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Wolves have dealt with it just. So anyway, I was going to say, Elanga offside there. I think he's disappointed with his Forest teammate there. One of the defenders there needed to get that ball up the pitch a bit quicker, really. Ball forward here from Hwang Hee-chan. Gomez Rodrigo Gomez, a bit of a very poor ball down that left-hand channel. Needs to be getting that ball, bit more pace, bit more direction as well. Whack it in there with a bit of pace. You never know what can happen then. Doyle going forward here now. He's got a good 10 yards of space here. Hwang Yi-chan. He's played Aitanori and Strand Larsen. Why has he not stayed on the 6-yard penalty area? That's surely got to be a yellow card. Referee, Chris Wood's been absolutely wrestled to the ground there. Wow. How's that not a free kick? Madness, to say the least. As Wolves go forward down this right now, Lima needs a couple of options here. Everyone's a bit too far. No one's really shown for the ball. But I tell you what, Strand Larsen, when he's inside that penalty area, keeps on going to the back post. Just hover, do what Chris Wood done on the goal, and just bide your time. Just be there. Alan Shearer made a career out of it. Just being on the penalty spot. Just being there. Arriving late. And just timing your runs really well. Strand Larsen. Callum. Whoa. Anderson down the left here now. It's an opportunity. It's a 3-on-3 for Forest. Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's played Morgan Gibbs-White. Just outside the penalty area. Anderson. Oh, great defending there by Bueno. And Wolves will be looking to transition that ball quicker. And that is going to be surely a yellow card for Guedes, who's had an absolute nightmare tonight in a Wolves shirt for me. And is that going to be the last bit of action for the Portuguese winger? Or will it be like for like? Obviously, Bellegarde coming on here. Quickly update that shot. Does he come off there? There we go. Oh, apologies there, Chas. Oh, he's absolutely blazed that over the top there, Murillo. The centre half. Fair enough. Tried to absolutely blast that, really, didn't he? Have it. Very surprised that the Forest team didn't get that ball into the penalty area, but obviously the Brazilian playing with a lot of confidence. Fair enough. Yeah, big up there, football. Mainly just try and be as consistent as he possibly can, mate, I'd say. Just try and be as consistent as he possibly can. Like, try and get into, like, a little schedule. Like, you don't always have to post, like, every day, but Alanga inside the penalty area. Anderson, what a chance. Disappointing there, to say the least. What an opportunity from the Forest midfielder. It's a lovely little forward run by Alanga down that right-hand side. Anderson peels off the defender, and he should be at least hitting that on target. I was saying that, he was a great defender there by the Wolves, outstretched leg there. But yeah, football, I'd just say try and be as consistent as you possibly can, mate, and just go for it, lad, anyway. And I know you do a good job, mate. But yeah, as I said, if you're doing like live streams or whatnot, I'd say do like short form content as well, football. Because in terms of the world of media, like the way in which everyone consumes like short form, like TikToks and YouTube shorts now, it's very much geared to like certain types of media channels. A lot of it is very much geared certainly to, like they say, the TikTok generation now, in terms of no one watches like films no more. Everyone's just interested in terms of shorter form content. It's quick, snappy. I'd say just keep on doing like a couple of shorts as well. Shorts are a very good way of like growing on YouTube and even like TikTok and even on other social media platforms as well. But yeah, hopefully that helps, lads, in any way. But yeah, it's they've been good, mate. Been really good, Forest. That's how, yeah, I think everyone in their pre-season predictions had Forest to go down, but that is the beauty of football. How a team can very much, over the short space of time, really, the quick turnaround from this Forest side going into this league season, playing as well as they have. And I think if they do kind of like stay injury-free this season, Forest, I think they will get top 4. And they won't be out of place, Forest, if they do get Champions League football, considering they've won the European Cup 2 times. More than Manchester City. And Arsenal, certainly. Ball in, cleared by Rodrigo Gomez. Tell you what, he's done well there. I know he's going to be getting booked there. The Forest fullback, I think he will be, but the referee said play on. Wolves have got this down the left-hand side by a line. João Pedro. Not João Pedro. Because it's we're not doing a bright watch along. It's a Wolves Forest one. Bellegarde going forward now. Got a bit more about his game, really, from an offensive view, from an offensive point of view, in terms of just how he can control the game. Yuri now down the left. Opportunity now from Lamina. Tell you what, Forest really compact this second half. Very happy with keeping that scoreline, keeping that clean sheet as well. Bellegarde, he's played Yuri down the left-hand side, ball in. And again, Stren Larsen on another night. He could have easily have had an hat-trick tonight. Tell you what, Callum Hudson-Odoi, what a run this is. He's carried it a good 30 yards here down the left. Callum Hudson-Odoi. And has he got a free kick for his team? Nah, it's poured up by Hudson-Odoi. The last bit of play there wasn't as strong, but looking at this chance for Wolves, ball from the left from Yuri. Oh, Stren Larsen, lad, how have you not put that in? As we were saying tonight, he just needs to be there. But he's still a young lad anyway, Stren Larsen. I think, but even still, a player of his ability, which he does possess, a lot of it needs to be putting one of those chances in tonight. Ball in. Cleared. What a chance by Forest again. Aina now. Down the right. Alange. Gibbs White. Oh, Callum Hudson-Odoi tried to flick it to Williams. But there's a counter-attack here for Wolves. Is that going to be a foul in the build-up? Guedes. He's played it to Strand Larsen. Larsen! What a save by Sells at the front post. But again, attack to defence within a matter of seconds, really. Strand Larsen, I think it would be interesting. Morello does get a yellow card, really. But tell you what a chance that was again. Ball into the penalty area. Punched away from Sells. The Wolves fans are appealing for the handball in the penalty box. Interesting to see from other viewing, really. Wolves have still got it. Ball into the penalty area. Straight into the grateful hands of Sells. Tell you what a chance. Yeah. A good defensive clearance there. Good control from Morgan Gibbs-White there. Never a penalty, that. Let's have a little look at this. We'll be getting checked by VAR. Woods. I'll say that. Didn't even touch him there with his head. It's good defending there. Originally from the first angle. But Chris Wood doing really well. Backing into the Wolves defender. Got a very promising free kick here on him. The Forest Jack Grealish is coming on. That's interesting though, chat. Murillo, Forest the centre half, takes their set pieces. Fair enough. Anderson coming off here. He's had a very good game for Forest. Really solid game. Ryan Yates coming on. So Ryan Yates come on, and who else come on there? Sorry, chat. And Jota Silva. There we go. Ball forward cleared from that free kick. Wolves for a potential breakaway here. Ball forward here now for Wolves. Can they get a goal back into this game? Forest have done this so well this season, just being so defensively resolute, being difficult to get in behind. Ball forwards, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Morgan Gibbs-White to Woods. I think that would be interesting in terms of January, though, chat. If you're a Forest fan, you do need a replacement for Chris Wood if he is to get injured this season. Well, certainly not even if he's not injured, but just to add to the quality, really. It'll be interesting to say the least. Forest down the right-hand side now. Jota Silva, ball to the penalty area. Oh, Callum Hudson-Odoi, lad, how have you missed? What a ball over the top. What a ball by Jota Silva down that right-hand flank. He's anticipated that high ball really well. What a ball there. Callum Hudson-Odoi possibly should be at least hitting the target there, Callum. Bellegarde under a fair bit of pressure there. Ball forward now. Wolves. Big 18 minutes left in this game here. Ball over the top here now for Wolves. Long searching ball. Bellegarde. Oh, Lamina. Sven Larsson's appealing for a free kick there, but you're not going to get nothing from that, really. Pablo Sarabia coming on, and is that Tossi coming on? No. Tossi's suspended, I think. Tell you what. It's mad to think that Wolves can somehow get like Paris Saint-Germain players, really, innit? In terms of the form of Sarabia. It goes to show the strength of the Premier League. So he read that ball really well. Bellegarde, ball forward here now. Well intercepted by Murillo. Really anticipates the game extremely well. Bellegarde now, it's an awful touch there by the Wolves defender. Just giving the ball back to Forest. Ryan Yates. Oh, ball down the left-hand side. Oh. Is it a corner, is it? Oh, no. Goal kick there. Obviously, Sarabia now coming on. Guedes. And Wangi Chan coming off. Done really well there. Sven Larsson. Really backing into the Forest midfielder there. Tell you what, really need to make these opportunities count now, Wolves. Obviously, with Sarabia coming on now from those set pieces, will provide that bit more quality from a Wolves perspective from dead ball set pieces. Sarabia now standing over it, good 40-odd yards from goal. It's a great opportunity to whip the ball in. Ball in. Oh, ball into penalty area. And the flag's up. I tell you what an opportunity, though. I don't think the first initial ball over the top would have been in an offside position. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, he would be. Yeah, it's good. Good call by the lino there. And a very good line from Forest. Always a good sign of a very good defensive unit. I'd say Liverpool's defensive line has been goodish this season. But obviously watching last night's game anyway wasn't the best. But Doug. Big up there, Doug. Hope you're well, mate. Saying defo missing Cunha. Wolves. Yeah, certainly, mate. Certainly. When's he back, Doug? Did he get a 3-match suspension or did he get more than a 3-match? But make sure you head over to the Dugout Football channel as well, chat. Do drop a subscribe to Doug. The absolute legend. Hope you had a good evening, Doug, anyway. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Ball forward now. Ball over the top. He only got a 2-match suspension. Wow. Very surprised he didn't get a bit of a longer one, mate, but fair enough. Murillo. I tell you what, my man of the match so far tonight. Of course. No, I'll give him my second man of the match. Because Callum Hudson-Odoi has been absolutely amazing tonight. So direct. Oh, yeah. Interesting there, Doug. So let's have a quick look at who Wolves are playing next. After this game. So Wolves have got next after this game. Bloody hell, Newcastle. Yeah, they've got Newcastle away. That's going to be a big game for them, innit? Obviously, we've got Forest on the horizon too, as well, haven't we, lads? Ball forward now. Aiton Yuri. It's been quite quiet, really, but that just goes to show how good Forest have defended. Strand Larsen, Sarabia was a good initial forward ball, but Strand Larsen really didn't anticipate that. They've done that so well. Forest away from home. Oh, Chris Wood didn't really see where that was going. Doug, what did you think about the game last night, mate? I haven't spoke to you about a footy. Nico Williams has been fouled there. So Wolves have Chelsea after the tune and then Arsenal. That'd be interesting, that mark, anyway. Tell you what, the way... For anyone seeing the result tonight will probably look and go, oh, Forest have won 2-0. Comfortable. No. Obviously, the first half, Wolves had so many chances, really. Had the second highest XG in the first half of any team in the Premier League, which is mad to say the least. Just goes to show how big of an opportunities they did miss. But obviously, the second half, as this has transpired, we'll see Forest really just defending really well. But obviously, goal just before half-time absolutely killed this Wolves side off anyway. Chris Wood in the 44th minute. So if you're just tuning in, Chris Wood did score tonight, chat. If you got him in your FPL, obviously I know a lot of you do have. I've certainly got him up. And Morgan Gibbs-White with a goal, courtesy of a lovely... What is it? Oh no, yeah. Callum Hudson-Odoi with a lovely assist to Chris Wood as well for their second. Wolves going forward here now. 10 minutes left in this game. Can they turn this game round, Wolves? And at least have something to show for it. And there's going to be a free kick here. Strand Larsen. Has he gone over the top of the ball here? Be interesting. Marato is holding his ankle. Let's have a little look at this. Oh, not in that. Good game management from Forest. I wouldn't be saying that if he was against Liverpool. I'd be like, get up, lad. But good game management. Long searching ball from Forest. Need to keep hold of this ball a bit better from a Forest point of view. Lamina, he's only just come on like 20 minutes ago. Forest, if you want to just keep all of this clean sheet, really, just need to get a bit more better possession, really. But you know, this January transfer window is going to be absolutely imperative to a lot of teams in the Premier League, especially the lads down there in the bottom and the foot of the table as well. And certain teams, like you're looking at Newcastle, you're looking at obviously the likes of Bournemouth and certainly Forest as well. If they can strengthen going into the second half of the season, could really see them compete for the European spots at the back end of the season and continue really the good momentum that they've showed. Bellegarde, it's going to be a corner for Wolves. Much better build-up play from Wolves. Really, little give and go there on the edge of the penalty area, and Bellegarde took a deflection there, but good defending again from Forest. Always seem to have a body on the line, really, this season, Forest. Ball into the penalty area now for Wolves. It's punched by Sells. Not the best of clearances, but it's done the job, really. Forbes, he's got it inside the penalty area. I tell you what, again. Marato. I tell you what, I can keep hold of that. Jota Silva. Big Doug saying it was very disappointing, mate. Yeah. United played well, but it was our own worst performance of the season as well. Yeah. Wolves grab one makes 100% there, Doug. Makes it a lot more exciting as well. But certainly has been a very enjoyable game to watch tonight. But if you haven't already done so, everyone, do drop a like on the video. Everyone massively does help out. And do drop a subscribe as well. I know we're a Liverpool channel, but we do plenty of Premier League watch-alongs. And obviously Champions League football as well. As long as the non-Liverpool games are all on Anfield Index for this season. Make sure you head over to Anfield Index. Do drop a like and a subscribe to them. Tell you what, he's still got it here, Wolves. Ball into the penalty area. Very poor by Sarabia. Strand Larsen's down here. I think he wants the referee to go to the monitor, or at least something here. It's getting checked here. So a possible penalty for Wolves here. Strand Larsen. I didn't see much of it really, but be interesting to see from another angle. Oh, I tell you what. That should be a penalty. That is awful by Ryan Yates. Why is he led with his... He's led with his elbow. He's absolutely... It's not being... I tell you what, who's on VAR tonight? I tell you what. Very dangerous play there by Ryan Yates to just give us... was nearly a potential penalty he gave away there. Many of other referees would have given a penalty there. But fair enough. Madness. Obviously, Ryan Yates back being captain of Forest. I think he was stripped of his... was he stripped of his captaincy? Under the... Was it Cooper? But chat, what are we saying on that? Mark, that was very, very... A potential dodgy penalty call there, wasn't it? I kind of forgot that James Ward-Prowse was at Forest, chat. Is that bad or not? It probably is, because I should have remembered. But just goes to show the quality. Oh, Chris Wood nearly getting played in again there. By a Wolves defender there. But James Ward-Prowse, what a player to bring on here from Forest. So strong in certain areas of their team. But tell you what, chat, from a Liverpool point of view, I've really liked watching Morello and obviously Milenkovic. There we go. Apologies. Been a long night. But yeah, certainly two defenders that Liverpool potentially should be keeping an eye on, really. First time I've actually watched them properly this season. I watched them on highlights and all that, but when you actually watch them, in terms of the movements, in terms of how they marshal the defence as well, really, really good centre halves. 18 going forward. Watch them concede here now. 18 nearly got him behind there. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. True there, Mark. So, Chris Wood is coming off. Had a very good game here tonight. Held the line again, as he has done many times this season. Obviously, getting a goal already tonight is like this, lads. Get me those 6 or 7 points for the FBL. But who's coming on here? Chris Wood and Morgan Gibbs-White are both coming off here. Awonyi is coming on. Doug, you'll love that. And apologies, chat. I've absolutely butchered his name anyway. We've been a regular on the channel. That's a regular thing with certain players' names anyway that I absolutely butcher. Oh, ball over the top here! I tell you what, Wolves have got away with that. Awonyi should have been getting that on target, really. It was a capitulation there at the back. A long ball there, and Doherty's let it bounce there. Oh, he's nearly put it through the goalkeeper's legs there. What a chance by Forest. Ward-Prowse. Come on for Morgan Gibbs-White. Oh, geez, just updating the starting 11. Ball's on the right there. Poor ball by Sarabia, man. Got a minute left there, chat. Get your man in the matches in. For me, there's only going to be one man for me for my man in a match. Or maybe another one. I'd say close second man in a match. But Callum Hudson-Odoi, what a player he is, man. Really done extremely well here tonight. Especially being very direct. When he's faced a fullback, he's really just drove at that Wolves defence anyway. Obviously getting the assist on the Wolves goal anyway, but tell you what a player Callum Hudson-Odoi is. It's great to see him in a team, really. He's at a football club where he's actually getting his played, really, and getting the opportunity. So, what are you doing, lads? Calm me. How many minutes added on here? 4 minutes added on here. But chat, it's been an absolute pleasure. Massive thank you for everyone that has tuned in tonight. Even if you've just tuned in for a couple of minutes or whatnot, or if you've newly discovered the channel, hopefully you'll have that subscribe button down below. Plenty of great content coming out this season. But yeah, 4 minutes added on there, chat, and from a Forest point of view, they'll be hoping to keep that clean sheet. Which 3 points for Forest will move them up on the same amount of points as Arsenal. What a season they've had. Just need a bit of luck with injuries, Forest, and I think they'll be great. So they're all guns blazing to go for top 4 spot this season. Especially if they can strengthen. Played a minute of the allotted 4. again to Strand Larsen, Murillo and Milinkovic just not allowed Strand Larsen. Like, even when Larsen has been given the opportunities tonight, he's fluffed his lines, really, especially in that first half. If you're a Wolves fan tuning in tonight and you've just seen the scoreline, the first opening 45 minutes, he's really played well. His XG suggests, and watching the game tonight, should have capitalised on some very clear-cut opportunities. But Callum Hudson-Odoi for me, man of the match for me. But quickly followed. Oh, Morgan Gibbs-White being given man of the match. Fair enough. Rightly so. Yeah, he's had a very good game as well. Sky have given Morgan Gibbs-White man of the match. But for me, Callum Hudson-Odoi, really enjoyed watching him tonight. Possibly Mark, but obviously with many clubs in and around in the Premier League as well, it just depends if you can move out players. If Forest can manage to move on a couple of players that are kind of on the peripheral, really, that are on the edge of the air, that are on the edge of the team. But from their point of view, if they can, then I think they'll be really strong going into the second half of the season again. But for Wolves as well, they need to start putting these chances away. If they do, then I think they will come away from the relegation zone with a lot of ease. Obviously, Cunha coming back from suspension will be massive. But even still, it can't just be Matthias Cunha, really. Aiton Yuri, that's surely got to be a free kick. Referee said nothing of it. Bellegarde. Milinkovic, he's absolutely walloped that up the other end of the pitch. Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's still got the energy to go forwards. He's found James Ward-Prowse, and that's 3-0 to Forest. What a well-worked goal that was by Nottingham Forest. Tell you what, no, that's not offside for me. Doesn't look offside. But again, Callum Hudson-Odoi, that's why I've given him my man of the match here tonight. Callum Hudson-Odoi with an absolutely lovely ball forward. James Ward-Prowse tees up Awoniyi, who celebrated. But what a counter-attack that is by Forest. It's a long searching ball, but the Forest defenders, yes, it's in the 93rd minute, but they're wanting to go forward. So Forest with a ball forward to James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, he's onside all day there. That will be 3-0 game set and match as well. But yeah, Forest shouldn't sit in third. It's not nice shocking everybody. But Nick, for me, if they continue playing like they have done this season, mate, especially if they do knock other teams out, especially, could you imagine Man City don't get Champions League football? Oh, I know that would be madness anyway, but in Forest, they're certainly knocking someone out of there. But Nick, nice one for tuning in, mate. I hope you had a good evening, bud. But what a counter-attack that was by Forest. Well done, Forest. Forest, congratulations on the 3 points. But chat, a massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in tonight. A big Forest win. Obviously, only not too many points behind Liverpool, really, in that regard. But certainly a lot to be proud of if you're a Forest fan. But yeah, big win away from home. But certainly if you're a Wolves fan, you feel a bit dejected, really. Big opportunities missed from Wolves in the opening 45 minutes. But certainly, tell you, Wolves, you can see, yes, they've been beaten 3-0 tonight, but they have played better football from what we have seen this season. But chat, a massive thank you for everyone that is tuned in tonight. A big result for Forest. which moves them level on points with Arsenal. So yeah, we will be back live tomorrow at 11:45, as you can see there, for the Tottenham build-up show. And we will be a bit later live for the Arsenal versus Newcastle game in the first leg of the other semi-final in the League Cup anyway. But chat, massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in tonight. Very much appreciated. Really do appreciate everyone that has tuned in tonight. And if you haven't already done so, smash the like on the way out. It massively does help out the stream. But we will be live on Wednesday night for anyone just tuning in on Anfield Index on Wednesday for, obviously, of course, the Liverpool versus Tottenham watch-along. Liverpool travel away to, obviously, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, travel all the way down south to hopefully put a place, try and get one foot in the final of the League Cup anyway. There will be a lot of rotation, but certainly anticipate a very strong Liverpool side on Wednesday night as well. But everyone, Mark, massive thank you for modding, as always, mate, in the comments and being here. And massive thank you to everyone that is tuned in tonight. Hope you have enjoyed tonight's episode. And welcome to all the new subscribers. And chat, we will see you tomorrow at 11:45 for, obviously, the build-up show. But everyone, look after yourself and have a lovely rest of your night. Cheers, everyone.